With the blame game from last night's key Wisconsin Supreme Court loss underway inside the Republican Party, tonight the New York Times is reporting that inside the White House, President Trump's advisors are more than happy to let Elon Musk be the scapegoat. The liberal judge, Susan Crawford, handily defeated her conservative opponent in that race last night, as you can see the numbers here. Despite Elon Musk investing serious time, tweets, a few $1 million checks, and more than $20 million in campaign money against Judge Crawford. My source tonight is the co-byline of this new piece from the New York Times White House correspondent Maggie Haberman. Maggie, it's great to have you because I think there have been some questions raised. Really last night kind of, I guess, was the catalyst. But what President Trump's view of Elon Musk is right now, does he see more upside or downside in this relationship in this moment?
He definitely, Caitlin, still sees more upside. One of the things that I think is really important to remember about Trump and Elon Musk is, among other things, Musk controls X. That is a website that, he has been able to use to promote certain people, to attack certain people, people who Trump likes, people who the MAGA ecosystem like, or, attacking those they don't like, number one. Number two, Musk spent roughly $300 million that we know about in the election in 2024, helping to push Donald Trump. He has already said he is privately to people in Trump's world that he is going to spend $100 million through entities directly controlled by Trump's advisors or his allies. That's a shift for him. So Elon Musk is never going to be out of Donald Trump's circle. But is Donald Trump aware that there is, there are downsides to Elon Musk? Yes. Is he aware that members of his cabinet and members of his staff don't like Elon Musk? Yes. I don't think you will ever see Elon Musk completely out of Donald Trump's orbit, but I do think you will see him leave, barring something changing, at the end of his stint as a special government employee.
Right, which is, just a certain set period that he can stay. And when he was asked how long he plans to stay in the White House in recent weeks, this is what Elon Musk had to say.
You're going to go another year?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we will have accomplished most of the work required to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion within that time frame.
So in that time frame, 130
Yes.
days.
So that's that time frame for being an SG. There was a point in time, though, where Elon Musk was telling the president maybe 6 months is what he had been looking at. What do you think has changed here?
Well, I don't think there's a huge difference between the 130 days and 6 months. But I think that, look, Trump is certainly aware that this has been a turbulent period. I don't think that he wants to spend the entirety of the next year and a half leading into what is likely to be a challenging midterm cycle, debating questions about Elon Musk's approach to shrinking the government, which has been commonly described as with a chainsaw, as opposed to, in Trump's word, with a scalpel. And, Trump would, I think, like something more precise. But he does see advantages in having Musk around. I don't think that he is eager to shove him out. I do think there are a number of Trump advisors who are tired of Musk's presence, and I think that is going to continue as long as Musk is there.
Separately, Maggie, tonight there was new reporting from you tonight on this TikTok deadline that the White House is facing. It is by Saturday. There has to be a decision of what's happening with the ban for TikTok inside the United States. Amazon was a last-minute player. What are you hearing from sources about how seriously they were taking that offer?
People within and outside the White House are not taking that offer especially seriously. It came in at the last minute. The offer letter was addressed to the president, the vice president, and Howard Lutnick, the commerce secretary. I'm not entirely clear what his involvement was in this, but this was not a bid. This was a bid that would have given Amazon, a full stake in TikTok, which basically would have made TikTok irrelevant. What makes TikTok matter is the algorithm. What makes them a global company is managing this algorithm globally. So this was just seen as, another, wealthy entity coming in. But this is a process that has not been especially clear. There was a meeting today at the White House. We don't yet know the results. They are coming up on this deadline. It is up to the government to decide whether they're going to enforce this ban or not. But TikTok and people close to TikTok have said over and over again, it's not a company that's for sale. So what this looks like remains to be seen.
Certainly does. Maggie Haberman, great reporting as always.
He's the president's favorite billionaire, his scalpel man. And now, is he Donald Trump's political poison? It's no secret that Elon Musk is a polarizing addition to Washington between his mass firings and his monopoly of influence. But there may now be proof that his presence is an electoral drag after a very expensive defeat in Wisconsin, where Musk spent time and millions of dollars trying to add to conservative power to the state Supreme Court. And tonight, both he and the White House are now denying rumors and reports that his exit is imminent. Well, they are denying that it's because Trump is upset, but in a way, his exit is imminent. He's
he has a 130-day
yeah, he's a
cap.
special government employee, so he's got 130 days. May 30th would be his last day. But he also is the most unpopular thing that the administration is doing. He's the most
And that's a very high
unpopular
bar.
person in the administration. It is, in a way, a drag because he made the Wisconsin race all about him, and he moved that entire state to the left.
Well, Democrats, to their effectiveness, made it about him more so than Donald Trump and Republicans. But I would say, to Musk's credit, the Republican there was having a hard time raising money. As a result, we actually saw an increased turnout for Republicans. Granted, Democrats had higher turnout for obvious reasons that we've been debating in the previous segment. So you did see some positivity from the Republicans' perspective as a result of Elon Musk's investment. I think it perhaps would have been better if he had invested a lot more and not actually going there in person. But Democrats also have their share of billionaires who invest in races as well. This thing has been continuous for politics for a long time now. He's going to go back and run his companies, but my hope is that he will continue to support Republicans electorally because we'll need him.
I mean,
I don't
think
get
he
that.
needs to run his companies.
I think the difference between there were billionaires who gave money in this Wisconsin race, right, on the Democratic side, but they didn't show up, make fools of themselves with foam blocks of cheese on their head and, trying to pretend like they know anything about Wisconsin. I don't get this relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I just think they can't quit each other. You remember earlier, maybe it was December or January, when Elon Musk tweeted before Trump against the speaker's plan. And there was also all these rumors then that Elon Musk had fallen out of favor with Trump. And you saw then Trump calling him back. You see Elon Musk get away with doing things that I don't think anybody else would.
Here's what CNN's reporting says
his kid is
in answer
spreading
to your
boogers on the Resolute desk in the Oval Office, for
CNN
God's
reporting
sakes.
says the president has no intention of distancing himself from Musk. That's according to a top Republican official who visited the West Wing on Wednesday. Their relationship is forever solidified by how he helped deliver the White House to Trump. I mean, that's kind of simple.
Here's what I'll say.
It's not that hard because he just spent almost $300 million to help Republicans.
Yeah, and he also, and so yesterday, not only did he spend money in Wisconsin, he also spent money in Florida. And I expect him to spend a substantial amount of money in the midterms and probably even this year in New Jersey and Virginia. This is what I think, you mentioned distractions. This is what I think Donald Trump is actually really, really good at, is his timing is sometimes impeccable with releasing people. And when that 130 days go and Elon Musk becomes even more unpopular as the day goes on and Donald Trump's approval rating begins to decrease, that exit we know is happening. He will spin that it's his decision for him to leave. He will spin that give me another 6 months because Elon Musk is gone and I'm going to fix the mess that Elon Musk made. He will blame Elon Musk. And they probably have already coordinated this. But I am not going to be distracted. The reason why they made the Wisconsin race about Elon Musk is because Elon Musk is implementing Donald Trump's policies. And he is less popular now than Donald Trump, but they should not, I'm not going to allow them to disconnect themselves even when 130 days go because he has to own chainsaws on stages.
Well, Democrats,
hold on. Let me let John in because we don't have that much time left here. But Elon's company's 13% drop in demand for his vehicles globally. They are struggling. He's actually acknowledged that. And his standing among just everyday people, I think, has totally turned upside down just in the last few months. I mean, he used to be sort of like Elon Musk, like the genius, the Tesla guy. And I think now he's become something totally different to the average American.
Well, yeah, he's a genius who has a blind spot called people. I mean, he lacks an empathy button. And this is not a country, she's an idea. And you got to be careful about how you treat her. Being in a relationship, and you would know this, there's a difference between being married and being right.
Oh, you in my living room this morning?
So you can be right, but you won't be married for very long. And
Listen up, brother.
He's hitting home
so,
right now.
so if he happens to be right on a couple items, he's going about it, one could argue, with blunt force objects. It's the wrong way to treat Americans who feel things, who care about things. It's a wrong way to go into is there inefficiency in the government? Of course there is. Is there bloating? Of course there is. But you go in there surgically. You go there with compassion. You understand these people are giving their lives for public service. They mean well. And you find the weak parts and you carve them out. You don't go with a blunt force object, and you don't show up on a stage with a chainsaw. So I think that if you were trying, to your point now, if you're trying to understand, though, how far you could push certain items, then Elon Musk makes perfect sense for the president.
But he's also exposed himself, Abby. In other words, he was just this mysterious guy, Elon Musk, Tesla, this, that. All of a sudden, he was on TV every day. He's, he's in the White House.
We
And the president's
see
like,
too much.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's overexposed.
Well, his time is coming to an end, and I think once he goes away a little bit, his favorability will once again rise. Elon Musk has given a lot
When
to
are
this
the
country. We
130
can't deny that.
When are the
We cannot deny
130
that.
days
We'll see.
over? Not that I'm counting.
May 30th, May 30th. John Hope Bryant, some relationship advice for all of us, fellas. Take notes.